Hi, I'm Renee and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I made this Rosette Bunny Cake that's super cute, super easy, and perfect for Easter. Before we get into today's video, I wanted to quickly tell you about a new service platform I've joined called ScaleAbout. I'll have my link down below for you, but when you go to my page, you can see I have several services to choose from, and you can choose anything from a mentorship, which is $10 per session, or you can get my quick opinion and I'll answer your question. And what you'll get is a personalized video response from me. I think it's a great service and a great way if you're wanting to learn more from me than you get from YouTube tutorials if you have a specific area you want to learn. So again, I'll have that link down below for you, and if you stick around to the end of this video, I'll have a little bit more information. Now let's get on to today's video. For this bunny cake, I baked 2 9x13 layers and leveled the top. This is my vanilla cake recipe, which I will link for you if you're interested. I'm filling my cake today with a raspberry Swiss meringue buttercream. I have my Swiss meringue buttercream online and I'll have that linked also. This is a really yummy recipe. My cakes were frozen overnight and then thawed in the morning, so they're still partially frozen, which makes them really easy to work with. So I'm going to go right into starting to carve. And I'm going to start by cutting off 2 triangles at one end. I want to start to taper this into sort of an egg shape. Now, if you're not working with partially frozen cake layers, after you fill your cake, you're going to want to crumb coat it and stick it in the refrigerator so it will chill and it will become more firm and easy to work with. So after I cut off the triangles from the front, I cut off smaller ones from the back, and I'm going to start tapering down the front to make the head area, and then start rounding the body. I did carve a general head shape into the cake, but it's really not necessary to go into a lot of detail here. Once the cake has been carved, I'm applying a thick crumb coat. It doesn't really need to be super neat, so I'm not worried about getting crumbs in it, but I do want a nice white base coat because we're going to cover all of this up with those rosettes. It won't really show, but you do want a really solid white base just in case there are any spots that peek through. After the buttercream's been applied, I'm going to just do a very general light smoothing of the surface, mostly so I just maintain that round shape, but again, this is not going to show, so it doesn't have to be neat at all. After that base coat has been applied, we're going to pop that in the refrigerator to chill for a bit while we work on some fondant details. First, I'm rolling a ball of white fondant and giving it a little bit of a point on the end. And then with a modeling tool, I'm going to start right at that point and make some jagged lines going around in a spiral all the way down. And this is going to be our little bunny tail. And these marks help make it look cute and fluffy. To make the bunny ears, I'm rolling out a fairly thick log of white fondant, and I'm rolling in the center so it will be narrower. Now I'll fold that in half and cut it, and then I have 2 roughly equally sized and shaped ears. Then using my rolling pin, I'm going to flatten them out a bit, trying to maintain that tapered shape. I rolled out the other piece the same way, trying to maintain a similar shape. Then I attached pink pieces to each ear. Now this piece isn't going to show very much because this is a flop-eared bunny, but just in case a little bit of that underside of the ear peeks through, it's nice to have that little pink detail, but the exact shape doesn't really matter because, like I said, most of it won't show. Then I scored and folded the narrow end of the ear, and these bunny ears are as simple as that. Then I started with a small ball of that same light pink fondant and pressed it into a soft triangle shape, and this will be a very cute little bunny nose. I set those pieces aside under plastic so they won't dry out, and now we can bring everything together, starting with the rosettes on our bunny cake. I'm using my vanilla Swiss meringue buttercream, that's also what I used for the base coat, and I'm using a 1M tip to make my rosettes. All you do is with even pressure start in the center and spiral around it to make a pretty rosette shape. And just work your way around the cake one row at a time. When I got to the front of the cake where the head is, I did make the rosettes just a little bit smaller because the space is smaller and I thought it would look better. When you get to the next row, the rosettes are going to be placed between the rosettes of the previous row. And you'll work your way all the way up the cake, filling in all of the space. These rosettes are super quick and easy to do, and they come out so pretty. And I love how they work as a representation of fur on this bunny cake. Then while the buttercream is still fresh, I added my fondant decorations, starting with that bunny nose and then the tail. I added a toothpick so it would help adhere it to the back of the cake. So cute. And then I added the ears, one on either side of the head. I just started with the narrow point, started that at the top of the head, and then gently laid it against the cake. Because the buttercream is still fresh, you really only have one chance once you lay it against the cake. And so it can be a little bit difficult. Make sure you really press the narrow part into the buttercream so it goes all the way down to the cake. But it really is that easy to get all of that cute detail. And for a finishing touch, I added eyes by making just some really skinny tapered ropes of black fondant that I made into an upside down U shape, and then very carefully with a needle tool applied them on either side of the face. And that's it for this really easy but adorable Easter bunny cake. I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. I wanted to take a minute to tell you about a new service I'm trying out. It's called ScaleAbout. I get so many messages and emails from people telling me that they wish they could take a class with me or that they want to learn from me, and ScaleAbout is a great way to do that. I'll leave a link in the description box below for you if you want to go check it out. But on ScaleAbout, I have several services that you can choose from. And when you pick your service, you're gonna get individualized custom response from me answering your question. So when you take a look at my page, you'll see I have services like Ask a Quick Question, and I'll give you a personalized video response with my answer. Or you can pick the mentorship, which is a little bit more in-depth. You'll ask me your question, you'll tell me what area you want to learn from, and I will give you guidance through video responses. So whether you have a special cake coming up in the future, say you want to design a birthday cake, you can let me know you want to do that. I'll walk you through the design process and we'll come up with a design, and I will give you the tips and pointers and guidance to execute it. Or maybe you just want to hone some skills in general cake decorating. Whether you want to learn fondant work, sugar flowers, or mastering Swiss meringue buttercream, you'll let me know what area you want to work on and I will give you my video guidance. There is no monthly membership fee or obligation with ScaleAbout. So again, I will leave that link in the description box below if you want to check it out, and I look forward to answering your questions. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss new videos, and click the bell icon so you can be notified every time I upload.